Yo, what's going on, guys? Mills here, bringing you some fire content on the Fire 18 channel. And today's video, guys, I'm going to be teaching y'all, or even giving you a head start on how you guys can improve your streams even better. So, this, I think, is a pretty good tip, I think, for all you guys wanting to start out on this show, whether it's small or big. This is not any talk about computer stuff, not talk about specs, not talks about PS4, but rather stuff that can be pretty important in the streams, you know? Like, maybe even when you have OBS, maybe even when you don't. So, right now, guys, I'm going to be giving you all a pretty simple, pretty basic, but understandable tutorial on how you guys can improve the stream with the help of Nightbot and Streamlabs, guys. So, not told you up, let's get right into this vid. Alright, guys, so we are about to be helping y'all with Streamlabs right now. So, here is kind of like basically everything on here. We got the Streamlabs OBS. That's a different thing. I mean, I've heard good stuff about it, but I'm not gonna be making a tutorial of it on that since I use OBS, and I think you guys would want something simpler as well. And then you basically got my account and then widgets. These are the three pretty key things, although I think the one that is going to be the most important for you guys once you actually really get into the streaming, is widgets. But the only thing right here I'm going to really be exploring in my account is the donation settings. So, guys, you cannot obviously get a super chat at 1,000 subs. Yep, it's pretty obvious. You have to wait till you reach 1,000 subs in order to get the super chat option. So, yeah, here's a good way if you want your streamer, or your viewers to appreciate, to show how much love they got for your channel. Donations. So, these you can get from Streamlabs. As you can probably tell, almost every streamer has them, or I think every streamer. I'm not even sure. Like, I know some don't do it for the money, but like, the point is that there is a lot of YouTubers who do have a link to their Streamlabs in the description below. Why am I stumbling on my words today, guys? I don't even know, but yeah, basically, the reason that they get these donations is because they link their certain, like, bank account settings to their Streamlabs. So, as you can see right there, I got my PayPal linked to my mom's account, so any donations that I get will go to my mom, not me. But in a way, she kind of lets me keep the money, but that's all not important stuff. That's just jazz, but yeah, basically, guys, if you wanna really set up the donations, you wanna just link your account to PayPal or credit cards. Then these three right here, I wouldn't necessarily worry about, considering like they're pretty small, I think, and I would not really expect someone to be using UnitPay or Coinbase or Skrill. But if you have those accounts and you're kind of trying to do the same thing I am with PayPal and credit cards, just link it right there. It's pretty similar. It's like credit cards. If you want to link your credit card account, you got to basically put in a bunch of settings, but obviously, I don't want y'all to get in trouble if you're trying to do that, or if you try to steal your mom's credit card, which I recommend you don't, guys. Make sure you ask your mom or dad about it if they will allow you to link a credit card to the account for Streamlabs. But if you are an adult, just go ahead, feel free, put your account settings in, and you can link your credit card right away. So yeah, these are pretty important stuff if you want to have your viewers express their love for your channel. And then right here's the settings. Basically, this is like telling you what currency it should be. Usually I put it at USD. If you have donation page currency, detect automatically, minimum amount, you can set all that, blah, blah, blah. I recommend you set it to 1, though, so that you don't have to have your people donate a lot of money. I'm going to actually change this right now to $1, or just, yeah, I'll just change it to $1. I mean, I would put it at infinite, but I think $1 is a pretty good suggested amount. Pretty important stuff. You also got yourself your page, make this visible in my description. Pretty important stuff right there as well. You have your own page as well. I call it Mills Fire Wiz. Don't really have to worry about that, though, for this vid. And then this is kind of a bunch of stuff like the button color, the donation memo, and then donation leaderboard. You can show donation amounts, blah, blah, blah. Really not that important stuff there, though. It's basically just, like, kind of just stuff to set up the actual, like, page so that when you click, so that when a viewer clicks on the link to your Streamlabs donation, it can see the minimum amount is 1, and then, like, you need to have a login required and all that. And along with that, they gotta make sure that they have to log in with their PayPal to donate to this specific PayPal account that I just linked. So yeah, that's basically the only thing you really have to really know for my account. Maybe I'll get into a more in-depth video about this later, but like I said, guys, I'm basically doing the basic stuff like widgets and donation settings. So yeah, moving on to widgets. Alright, guys, so we are at the alert box. All of these, by the way, are kind of important. I'm just going to be showing you the ones that I use, just so that you guys can also get a head start as well. So in the alert box here, it says, reward your loyal viewers by thanking them with attractive on-screen notification pop-ups. They're honestly right about that. You gotta at least acknowledge for the fact that they did sub, and here's how, alright? So like, you got yourself your general settings here. Your background colors should be green, so that like, I mean, obviously it's not gonna be too important because you're actually gonna be adding an alpha channel to it on OBS, which I'm gonna be showing a little bit later as well, but background color is something I would still decently worry about because keep it the green because it's chroma key and all that. But moving down, we got the alert delay, basically how long it takes for the donation to actually pop up on stream. Then we got the layout here, guys. So this basically tells you what will be shown on screen. So for example, my streams, it comes over with Bill Murray, a gif of Bill Murray saying thank you, and then in the text below it says blank subscriber, welcome to Dad Nation. That is basically how it works, guys. I kind of have it picture above, text below. You guys can set it however you want, though. There are 3 options you can do for that. You could just have the text as well. You don't even need the. You can just have text as well. You don't even need the image. The image is sometimes. You can sometimes be cool to add the image, but I just realized the image was behind the text, so that's my fault. But yeah, basically the options are picture above, text below, picture behind the text. So if you don't want to show the picture at all, but you want to kind of have it as a cool background, like say you want to have a really cool background of like maybe the ocean or something, or a gold palette, you can probably, that'd be the best use for that. And another one is the picture to the left, probably like a small picture, probably along with the text to the right. I personally would recommend picture above, text below, but you guys can go up. You guys can decide. It's up to you. So basically, guys, now I'm gonna move on to donations. You can make sure, guys, that you first off enable them. Pretty much the same thing here with subscribers, members, which are basically sponsors on YouTube. Super chats, which, as you guys know, they're like the stuff you earn at 1,000 subs. But I'm not gonna get too focused on it since these are the 2 you kind of want to know about right now. So obviously, first you gotta enable it. You can also set up your layout for a donation as well. So picture above, text below. It's pretty similar stuff to the general settings as well. But then you can add a cool alert animation. So your donation, say like this comes up, this default GIF. I'm just going to use that as an example. It will fade into the screen on OBS, and then it will obviously fade out. It's pretty cool. You could also set it however you want here. You got actually a lot of options. You can do fades, you can do zooms. You can do bounce in, slide in, flip in, rotate in, specials. There's a lot of ways you can pick, guys. Look, try to test every single one. And if you guys do want to test every single one of these alert animations, I recommend you go up here, guys. So right here, guys, is the widget. That's something pretty important for the OBS and all that. But like I said, we are trying to focus more on Nightbot and Streamlabs today. But I'll probably put OBS in there in this vid as well, but first let's just worry about the Streamlabs widgets on here. So if you want to make sure to launch this for OBS, click launch here, and then it will basically launch like some widget with a URL in it. Make sure to copy and paste that URL by clicking that copy button here. So that on OBS, which I'm going to be getting to a lot later, you can add the widget. But like I said, later. It's for later. So yeah, basically all this is just very similar stuff. You can also have a sound, like so default OGG. Maybe you can also change it based on image sound you want, and change this based on image you want. So yeah, you can change it however you like. It's up to you. So you also got the alert duration down here. Pretty nice stuff, I must say. I mean, like that's kind of like how long the alert is shown on the screen for like kind of like for every viewer to see, including me, who's the streamer. So I want to know like. This is actually a pretty important one because you actually want to know who subbed, and you probably won't notice it very quickly. So I think 10 seconds is pretty fine there. I disabled custom HTML, CSS. It's not that important. And then here, there's just donation gifts, donator. These are all just like different settings you don't really have to worry about for now. So then we'll move on to subscribers, which is pretty important in terms of like YouTube and all that. Once again, very similar stuff. I think it's actually a better example than donations. Same. I have this layout, guys. Fade in, fade out. Welcome to Dad Nation. This is the name of the channel that's subbed to me, guys. And then I have wiggle text. I prefer that as like a transition. And then this is the GIF we got. Bill Murray right here, looking pretty chill. We also got the sound volume pretty high. I might change this someday, but I like keeping it. I don't really try to get too flashy with the with the sound for it. I might change that some other day. Get the alert duration right here, lasts for 8 seconds, so I know who subscribed and all that. Yeah, like I said, pretty similar stuff, guys. Nothing really much to go over there. So yeah, on to the next thing right now. Alright guys, so this subscriber goal here is pretty important stuff if you want to set up a subscriber goal. So this is an example I had from a long time ago. It kind of gives you basically like a little bar and all that, and the green is kind of where you're at, and the blue is kind of stuff you have to fill in. So basically guys, if you want to really set up a goal for your channel, I prefer doing that in the text, though I don't really want to add it into the vid as it kind of takes up a good amount of space. But if you do want to add that to your streams and all that, basically just... obviously, you gotta launch the widget. It's pretty similar to the alert box, guys. Launch widget. Make sure in the settings that it is, you can also set up your settings like this. It is condensed. You can change the background color, text color, which is red right there. Bar color, stuff you kind of already filled in. And then the bar background colors and stuff that you need to fill in. And then bar thickness, well, yeah, make it as thick as you want, guys. Honestly, I prefer 56, but you can make it whatever. We also got fonts right here. Set it however you want. Whatever font you've generally liked in the past, just set it to that. And then just disable this. This is not really an important setting, guys. Screw this. Screw this particular setting. Alright, guys, so we got ourselves the event list here. This is actually something that can work for all 5 of those, but donation and subscribe are the main thing. So here for the event list, we got ourselves the theme, which I prefer to be solid. That basically is pretty important. Like, so you can change it to hearts here, and it obviously doesn't come up right now. I'm just gonna keep it at solid. But yeah, that basically pops up. It's basically the theme you want, how you prefer it, what you think is cool for the theme. You can change it to however you want, though. Like I said, you do got actually a good amount of options here if you want to pick. So then the theme color right here, I put it gold because that's kind of the color of my channel. I like keeping it very red and yellow, pretty like McDonald's-esque, but I like yellow specifically for that sub bar. And then we got events here. Make sure you enable these, guys. These are actually pretty important. So donations and subscribers are going to be the ones that you want to enable, because those are the ones that obviously are the ones that are accessible to you. So once you set up the donations and all that, make sure that donations are enabled so that the event does pop up on your event list. And I'll just show you how to do that in OBS as well. Launch a URL, you know that stuff. I'm not going to get into it again. So then here is basically something pretty important. It basically shows like what has happened in like the past 4 like events. Like, so say 1 donation happened, 2 subscribers came in, and a new sponsor. That will show up on this event list, guys. It will legitimately show up on the event list, guys, and you will probably see like the last 4. You can set it to however you want, though. You can set it to 3. You can maybe set it to 5, 6 if you want to have a lot. But I suggest keeping it at 4, though. 4 is, I think, in my opinion, probably the best one. And then right here, we got ourselves some background color. It's only for preview purposes, like it says in the note right there. It's not actually shown. It's just something to show on the just demo for it. Then here's text color. You can make it however you want, whatever color. Font, you can pick there. Font size, make sure I would keep it at 38. Don't make it too big. Don't make it too small. Don't let it take up your stream. Keep it at a good amount where it's not going to take up too much or too little. Guys, you don't have too much space in there, but you don't want to have too much. This is basically the animation of what happens. So right here, it's bouncing in, bouncing out. That's what I suggest, guys, because it looks a lot cooler. It looks like, oh, this guy is now the new one. And then it kind of bounces out once it gets to the new one as well. So basically this is what happens. Boom, 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 boom. And then that's a whole cycle, basically. It basically shows you on screen as well. I don't even have to show you. I don't know why I just did, but then we got fade time. I kind of keep the 0 seconds based on what I'm using. Keep events history is what I kind of do, because like that's kind of like to show who is subbed, who is donated, blah blah blah. Disable this. Pretty similar stuff here. Now I'm going to be moving on to stream labels. This is something that is very important to the channel. Alright guys, so if you really want to like add like stuff to your channel, like maybe like a recent subscriber or whatever, stream labels is the way to go. So this is pretty important to the channel actually, because I mean that's actually how I know when there's a recent subscriber. Obviously my recent donator is kind of broken. I'm going to have to figure out a way to reset it. I've tried many times to do it too, and it's not been going well for me, so I'm gonna have to find some way to set that up. But basically guys, it just tells you information about it. I recommend you read some of the stuff. It is kind of important, and then you got to make sure to download it. for Windows. Depending on what computer you're using, you're probably going to be using a Windows host, since that's probably going to be what your streaming laptop or desktop may be. Make sure to click Windows here, and it'll bring you to a Streamlabs launcher, which will then lead you to the Streamlabs. I'm not gonna show that, but basically it's a whole nother Streamlabs thing, which I'm probably gonna get into in another video. But it is pretty important, guys. Just wanted y'all to kind of give you a hint there of what maybe another video will be like for the Streamlabs, but it is pretty important, guys. I recommend you do read a lot of this information. Alright, guys, so we got ourselves a dashboard here right now. So this is Nightbot for you. Nightbot is a whole nother world in Streamlabs, guys. I just mistaken it for the Streamlabs. That's a ripper, but yeah, I will probably get more in depth with a few of the other stuff on Streamlabs. I know I didn't show everything, but I just showed most of the stuff I would use on a stream. Like, the other stuff is kind of for fun, or if that's generally your style for the channel, that's kind of why I didn't show all the other stuff, because I didn't want it to take up the whole video. So right here we got the dashboard. This is kind of how you can set things up. As you can see there, the top chatter is Nate and Mhard, and then the top command is Mills. It basically shows you what's happened every day for every stream. Nightbot kind of monitors and stuff. Just goes to show how much Nightbot actually does. Like, it even shows you how many commands are used. So on 1010, there was 154 commands used. That's pretty insane. And also 1,729 messages. It basically tracks how many messages were typed and how many commands were used. I'd say that's pretty cool. And if you want Nightbot to join your channel, it's right here. Just click this. It will actually say, yeah, look here actually. So you can park channel, by the way, if you don't want him on the stream. But now that he's leaving, you can also rejoin him as well. So if you click join, he will pop back up, and then it will just say head to your community settings. Make sure to add this channel link as Nightbot. Yeah, guys, just remember when you're making Nightbot join the channel, make sure to add this link to your mod list, because that's basically Nightbot. That's how Nightbot kind of can do all the stuff he can do on the streams. And then once you go live, Nightbot will pop up. I never click park channel. So then right here we got ourselves commands. It can be whether custom or default. These are just commands that were created. They also pop up on here as well. Like, look at this. I got 148 entries, guys. That is crazy. But yeah, there are basically a lot of commands on here, guys, that you can create yourself as well. So let's say I go to add command or whatever, and then you can set it up. So for example, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it Dozier. And then you can just say Ryan Dozier chokes. This is in honor of Dozier choking in the ALCS Game 3. So Ryan Dozier chokes, for example. So if someone types in !Dozier, that will pop up. And then you can allow user level is pretty important as well. Make sure to always say this on everyone. Don't make it so that one specific guy can do it. Make sure everyone can do it. So it's pretty important. Now everyone can do it. Now the cooldown is 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds someone can use this. You can set it to however you want though. So look at that, 270 seconds is how you want to do it. You can maybe do it 5. I usually keep it at 5 though. I'm not going to submit this command. That's just an example though, guys, for you all. So yeah, that's basically how you do the custom commands. Now on default, we got ourselves here. Basically, these are all the commands that are kind of there at the start. So you got commands. It allows users to get a list of commands. You can also go to options here and make sure you can edit them as well. Basically, make sure everything is right. You can also disable them if you want to. Personally, I keep this enabled no matter what, because I want my viewers to know what commands there are that are cool in the streams. So then you got commercial here, something not important. This is like stuff if your channel's partnered. You can ignore that. Filters, I kind of ignore as well, although they might be pretty important. Although I can basically remove them myself. Game, this shows the game that's going on, although it says that in the description of YouTube as well. Not really too important. Marker, I kind of ignore as well. Poll, same here, unless you want to make a straw poll. Regular, I enable. Songs, I also I don't really want, nor do I want this. Title, I think, is pretty important, because if you have moderators in the stream and you don't want to change the title, or you're on PS4 broadcast and you don't want to retitle the stream because it probably doesn't work, allow your mods to do it. So yeah, right here it says shows the stream title and allows moderators to modify it. So basically what that means, guys, is that like it basically if you click !title, it shows the stream title. Basically, everyone can do that. But mods can modify it. So they can do !title, and then they can rename the title, whatever, and then Nightbot will say, oh, title has been changed, or the title has been changed, and then this, blah, blah, blah. And then winner, I kind of disable that, because I basically do something here I like to call giveaways. So Guys, I barely do this, I know, but this is kind of something that you would do generally if you're giving away a $10, $25 PSN. You see a lot of people use this Nightbot giveaways for reasons. So right here, guys, we got ourselves eligibility. So I didn't know how to use this at first. I was actually kind of bad. So there are channel regulars, supporters, and users. These are the eligible guys who can be in it, though. I kind of unclicked all these because I'm not sure who can be eligible for this. But clicking on one of these guys allows them to join. So basically, users, mods, regulars. I kind of keep it at those three, like, because you don't really have supporters yet. And then they'll all be enabled / or eligible for the giveaway. And then the active user is the random active user giveaway. There is no extra luck in there, guys. That I don't really use or worry about too much. So then we got the keyword entry giveaway. Pretty important stuff, guys, I must say. Pretty decently important. So you got, once again, the luck. I ignore that, but you can add a keyword in there for everyone to type in the chat. So, for example, you could type in, I'm just gonna do a weird one, that. And then people will have to type that specific word in order to enter the giveaway. And then once everyone's actually gone, Nightbot will pick a winner by, if you click roll it, Nightbot, it will say, and also right here, it will say in users, like, 0, it will say many eligible users if they type in that keyword. But yeah, basically once everyone's actually has the keyword, you basically click roll it, and then it will give it to a random winner, guys. So yeah, that's basically pretty important. Random number I don't really worry about as well. I kind of keep it to keyword entry giveaway. These are all the 3 different type of giveaways. Like, you can do active user giveaway, which is kind of like who's the most active. Man, Nemhard would probably win this one, but people usually stick to keyword, and that's honestly what I would do as well. Alright guys, so we're on timers here. This is probably the last important thing I want to talk about. No one else really, I wouldn't recommend you actually try really looking at those song requests, spam protection, or integration stuff / help docs. Unless you actually do need help with Nightbot, which I don't think you will after this vid, but we'll see. But yeah, right here we got timers. So right here, I kind of created them myself. We got subs, rules, rip, and like. Wow, that's weird. That's spelled weirdly. So yeah, basically how this works is that throughout the stream, Nightbot will keep saying these messages. It kind of is a timer. It does it maybe every 5 minutes for, say, same with like subs. And it also says 5 lines. So after 5 lines are typed in the chat, it will create a 5-minute timer of Nightbot saying, make sure to hit that red play button. We're going for 800 subs. And you can edit this whenever you want, guys. You know that, right? You can edit whenever. Basically, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit it and say, we're going for 900 subs. And then you submit it, and then it basically edits the command for the whole stream, and then it'll change, obviously. And then rules right here, duke.com for a list of commands that are at your disposal. That also pops up as well for other people to kind of see the commands that are on there. And then you can do rip. That's a timer as well. I kind of disabled it though. I mean, like, we actually have a new one, which is called rip, and then that's sad. It's kind of just someone, you can just type it as like a keyword for a command. Then we hit like button here, which pops up a lot, alright? Like, for every 4 lines, it triggers an 8-minute timer that says, if you're enjoying Fire Day 18, hit that like button. So that is pretty important if you want to remind your viewers to hit the like button. It is pretty important because likes do lead to you getting recommended on the tab and all that. I'm not going to really get into that much jazz. Like I said, this is a Nightbot / Streamlabs video / tutorial. So yeah, that's basically how you set this all up for Streamlabs and Nightbot. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed my tutorial on Streamlabs and OBS, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. If you want more content like this, please tell me. I will make more content, guys. And before I actually do end this video, I want to say is that I will basically tell you all about how you set up all like the Streamlabs widgets on OBS, guys. I'll literally get into a whole OBS tutorial vid on that, probably for another vid. I'm probably gonna do like just consider it like this: a crossover between an OBS tutorial and a Streamlabs tutorial for probably the next tutorial vid I do for this. But yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed my tutorial vid. If you have any more questions about Streamlabs and OBS, or no, Streamlabs and Nightbot, type it in the chat in the comments below, and I will tell you guys or answer your questions, guys. But yeah, hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you all in the next vid or stream, guys. Peace.